Hello, everybody. My name is Rashi, and I will be discussing what intersectionality means to me regarding race, gender, and class. The key characteristics I have put here are education, language, able body, masculine, the other, assimilation, cisgender, sexuality, low socioeconomic status, American. All of those are the things that I feel that others define me, and then things that I feel define me: Sankofa, culture, beauty, ethnicity, optimistic, family, acceptance, Black diaspora. So if you look here, the importance, you see education and America. I put those close here because there's a very high importance in America on education. They put up the assumption that with education in America, anything is possible. Next, I have language and low socioeconomic status together. The reason why I put this is through pronunciation. When we do not pronounce words a certain way, it does make us deemed to be of low socioeconomic status. So whereas if I'm somewhere and I am mispronouncing a word, or if I say ain't a lot, it is deemed to have the presence that I have a low socioeconomic status. I have here able-bodied and sexuality next to each other. The reason why I chose those to go next to each other is because people who are not able-bodied are deemed to not be sexual or have any type of sexual preference at all. That is something, of course, that is not true. I have here masculine and cisgender. I put these together because I feel that Black women were taught to be more masculine than the average woman, but yet I do represent a cisgender female presence that also identifies as being female. I put the other and assimilation. The reason why I put those together is because assimilation is basically the melting pot, and I feel like once somebody comes over into the dominant, so say for instance, once anybody that not American comes over to the dominant American culture and start eating certain foods, dressing a certain way, listening to certain music, and taken away from their true self, they will become assimilated. And that is something that I am viewed as versus the other. So the other would be basically somebody who does not fit into that box, somebody who keeps their heritage and traditions and does not follow the way of the dominant culture through assimilation. So I have ethnicity and culture here. I put those two together because it basically describes who you are. Ethnicity, of course, is something that we are born as, and then culture, I feel like, is something that we develop. No matter what point or place where you were born at, that is your ethnicity, but that does not define your culture. Your ethnicity, of course, can state that you are of African descent, but your culture can represent something that is totally different. And then here, I put beauty and Sankofa together only because of the way that I view myself. I do view myself as being beautiful, and the reason because of that is because of Sankofa. So Sankofa is basically the study of taking things from the past and bringing them forward. So all of my hairstyles, the way I dress, is something that I feel represents my ancestors. So taking that from the past and bringing it forward to help define and shape me. I did not forget these. I put these closer to my mask because I feel like this is something that is very important to me. I put the Black diaspora and optimistic close together because I feel that being that optimism and the Black diaspora go hand in hand. Through the duration of blacks being transferred to one point, I feel that it was them having optimistic or being optimistic kept them basically afloat, alive, and thriving. And then acceptance and family, I put hand in hand because I feel that acceptance and family go together. Once you accept your true self, and that was something that I had to do, and I had to do that within my family. My family basically showed me who I am and helped me to define that and accept exactly who I was. I do have a piece here that I want to go ahead and share. I feel that we constantly have to put on a mask when we do not fall into being white, heterosexual, able-bodied male, and of high social economic status. Hopefully I have enough time to go ahead and read it. Alrighty. So, what do you see when you look into my eyes? A child with shame not of her own. A mother pumped full of drugs, gone all the days long. The man she lay with, softly touching her daughter, the shame of not having a mother. What do you see when you look into my eyes? A teenage girl searching for her own, allowing him to touch her while the desire is of someone that looks like her. Can you see the scars of shame for wanting her, needing her in ways that makes her blush, the proudness to show of being not like them, being ashamed to show my blackness, masking it away, keeping my tone and pitch at a minimum, not to offend, straighter, smaller and the smallest, stripping my hair from strand to scalp to fit into a box I had every desire to get out. Be polite and always with a smile. What do you see when you look into my eyes? A young adult coming into her own, never one to be labeled or defined. I am nothing more than what I am, accepting everything that is me. Does my heritage show? From the coils and traditions of my food, can you see the strength of my ancestors pushing me through, being birthed from a woman whose beauty is true? No, not just appearance, but resilience that has pushed her through. My eyes show the pain of accepting happiness, being pushed through barriers that were built to cause me great failure. The reflection of happiness, optimism, strength, reality, self-love, a woke sense of self.